What's up, everyone, and welcome back. I'm Sean, and this is V-Twin Revolution, your source for all Harley Davidson information, where I bring you... All right, so we're here in the shop shed, guys, and we're going to talk about some maintenance things. I'm actually going to show you... I'm actually doing a full service on this thing tonight. I'm going to be doing a manifold, which I'm going to make another video out. So I'm making two videos out of this one bike. I'm not going to go over, I'll do a complete service video at some other point. But tonight, I'll show you how to change brake pads. For those of you that already know, you already know. Good for you. But I'm going to run through how I do it, the tools that I use, and get it all taken care of. We talk about a couple of things that are important to know in the process. But other than that, like, brake pads are, well, they stop you. And it's important to make sure that you wouldn't believe how many motorcycles that come through the dealership daily that, like, they come in for a safety inspection, because North Carolina, we have safety inspections. How many motorcycles come through and you're like, man, you ain't got but like 1,000 miles left on your brake pads. What? What do you mean? I just changed those 2 years ago. You mean I use that much brake? Something's got to be wrong with my motorcycle if I've got already brakes. So we're going to do a brake pad change, and we'll start with the rears. So stick around. We got some cool things I'm going to show you. So for tonight, this job is pretty cut and dry. We are going to pull the master cylinder cap. A couple of tools when we're doing this job. You are going to need an 8mm for the caliper mounting bracket. You're going to need a 5mm for your pad retention pin. And then I will put a link in the description for this brake caliper spreader. It works perfect on these Brembo brakes and the Nyson calipers, and also on the Evo calipers as well. This thing is just super small and compact. It's not anything obtrusive, and just I literally use this tool almost daily. And because I am a flat rate tech and I've gotten lazy, an electric Ugga machine. Yes, we need that, and I'm probably going to have to end up switching over to doing it manual, because the batteries on this, I use this all the time, so the battery's probably getting weak, or the little Ugga inside are not as full of Ugga power as they once were. So just a couple of things that you're going to need for this. Oh, and a Phillips head screwdriver. We're going to get things going. So let's get this master cylinder cap off. Let's quit jacking at the jaw, because sometimes I ramble on and I might lose you. So I got to keep your squirrel attention going, you know. Oh, hey, what's that over there? Oh, I'm just kidding. Gotcha. So we're going to go ahead and get the master cylinder cap off. That way, whenever we go to spread the brake pads, we're relieving pressure, and then it's not trying to fight itself. Oh, yeah. That's good and nasty. So it's not absolutely necessary, but I went ahead and pulled the side cover off so that you guys can see. So just zip those off. Just turn that upside down like so. Put your brake pad spreader in there, and then just go slow, because you will shoot a geyser out of the master cylinder, and then that'll make a mess. And .4 is not a very friendly fluid, so we want to try to minimize making a mess as much as we possibly can. With that spread open, just rotate that back over and let that fall. Pull your little clip, your retention clip. And then just zip out your brake pad retention bolt. Now in the kit, in the brake pad kit, you will get new ones of these. I save these every now and then, so like I have backups. There's nothing wrong with them. I mean, they can get somewhere. I don't know if you can see that. There's 2 little wear spots. That's not really that critical, but like if you were in a pinch and you still had this, you know, everything's all good. So we'll flip it back upside down. That way it's easier to see. And I always just grab, and then pull that out. And then I'll show you on installation how we do that. All right, so what we have here, 41852-08 Bravo. That is your rear brake pads, anti-noise pad and paste kit. Do not get these and put these on the front. I mean, you could, but these were specifically designed for the rear because people complain that they hear squealing. And so that was Harley's answer for that, and has been their answer for that for quite some time. So in the kit, you're going to get your pin, your retention clip, and you get this, and you're like, I ain't hardly putting it in there. That's designed that way. They don't want you putting a whole lot on there. You get your pads out of the little baggie, and I always save these because, well, I hoard things. Kind of weird like that sometimes. All right, also in this kit, you get a little paste spreader, and you get 2 fancy little, well, I just flung that one. You get 2 fancy little stickers. You just take and you line that up. And then boom, that gives you your template. Basically they're sticker templates, if that's what you want to call them. I always give that a good few taps just to make sure all that stuff, because they really don't give you a lot. And throw the destructions out of the way because we don't need those. Now, at work I have a pair of soft jaw pliers, and I'll take and I'll squeeze right here, and then I just mash the living daylights out of this. But just squeeze that out like so, and then pinch it like you're doing your toothpaste when you're too lazy to go to the store and go buy you some new. I'm trying to get every last little bit out of there. Yeah. And that's it. So then you take, and that will be enough to cover both of these. You just take and you spread that out. All you're doing is just getting a coat, and then when we pull it off, you'll actually see that there's plenty on there. And this particular kit actually has more than I've gotten in a while. So I'll use all of it the best I can. And you don't have to feel like you got to use all you just, and then just lightly drag over this template. I'm not using hardly any pressure. Stick that to that. I said I was going to save that, but I guess I'm not now. Pull your little sticker template off. We'll throw those away. Now we're going to go back over to the bike. All right, with your caliper back upside down again, all you're going to do is you're going to go in with not this side first, but this end, which would end up being the front edge or leading edge of your brake pad. You just put in there, and then just like so. Fish that one in there. And I'll give it a little push up against, make sure we've got it in there. Then you rotate it, and it ain't gonna fall out because that little spring right there is holding tension on that. So you slide your pin back in, get your Ugga Dugga machine, or if you're doing this by hand, like, so you'd be like, man, he's using an impact on that. Look, I know, like, I've been doing this for long enough to know, like, that you just zip it in there and it just, like this. That's perfect. And I bet you that is the amount of torque that is desired for that. And then you put your little clip in, and then everything's good. Slide your caliper back on. So something that I do, because I don't use Loctite on these, and the manual doesn't tell you to use Loctite, they just tell you to torque it down 30 foot-pounds. What I do is I put anti-seize on these, because if you put them in dry, the corrosion that happens in there from them, I mean, being subjected to water and dirt and, you know, dust and all that stuff, like, these will get stuck in there. Like, and I've really had to put the whamboozle before to them with a breaker bar, and like, they were tight. So I always take and put a little bit of anti-seize on there, and then they'll always come right back out, torque down, they're perfectly fine, and you're ready to rock and roll. So let me get these things, get some anti-seize on them, and then we'll torque them down. All right, cool. So I have my bolts, got some anti-seize on them. Just put them on there. And that's the rear brake setup, guys. It's that easy. So as I ended that video, there was obviously things that, well, I completely missed out on. And while you got the gist of how the rear brakes are changed, the front brakes are just exactly the same thing. It's just you're working with 2 calipers versus 1. Now, the reason that I did not show the 2 front calipers being changed was because somehow or another, I can't even begin to tell you, but something happened with the GoPro footage that I'm filming on. Spent all night editing, and come to find out, I didn't have the rest of my video. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you on the next video, because I'm getting ready to go make another video. Peace.